Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Recently, the stepfather, Daniel Martel, has been charged on unrelated charges with SA and holding a victim incapable of moving. And there is a lot more that we need to talk about tonight. This timeline that falls apart. Are we closer to finding Jack and Lilly? Let's hope. A lot to talk about on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curves, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Coming in clutch, better tighten them pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust, hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten them pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust, hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. And your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is February 2nd, 2026. It is currently 9:41 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Today is what, March, 10, 9 months, 9 months that Jack and Lilly have been missing, and still yet today, nothing of where they could have been. There's not been a sighting of Jack and Lilly. Nothing, virtually nothing. One second, y'all. I apologize. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Do apologize tonight. So yeah, we're talking about Jack and Lilly, and we're kind of going over the part two that we were going over last night about specific things in the documents and things that we had discovered. So, before we get started, if you don't mind, please do me a big old favor and hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate that. And if you would share the live out, that's even more amazing. Hype the video afterwards. You will be a rock star. Really do appreciate you guys. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Miss Acadian girl, thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you. And welcome the beautiful Acadian for becoming a member of the Pro family. Do appreciate you, my dear. Phil says bad stuff like winter. Another 6 weeks of winter. Phil can shove it. That's what Phil can do. Hello, Sherry, Leslie, Shelby, Magdalena. Good to see you. Enoch, how you doing? Christy, bonjour. Golden Pearl, hi, darling. Carol, Wendy, Mal, Christy, Alicia, Golden Pearl, Leslie, always keeping it real. Hiker, Sarah, good to see you, darling. Mal, bonjour. And who else do we got? Angel Wings, Christy. Who else? Oops, it's going fast. Hey, Pugs, good to see you, Christy. Everyone, thank you all for joining me today. Good to see you all. Thank you, Angel Mom. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. Good evening, Justin Mods in chat. Hashtag justice for Lily and Jack. Thank you so much, Angel Mom. I do appreciate your support, my love. Really, really do. Thank you so much, my dear. And thank you, Jimmy. Good to see you as well, honey. And Wendy, everyone, Tina, Carol, Loose Cannon. Way to always keep it classy. That's why I keep coming back. Oh, thank you. I mean, I try to keep it classy, but sometimes I say there's a trashy way to be classy. Sometimes, I mean, I try to keep it classy, except sometimes I lose it on people like Janie and Daniel. But other than that, I try to keep it classy. Okay, guys. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Oh, honey. Okay. Sorry, just got a text. Okay. So, oh, by the way, with the Samantha Guthrie, if you guys were here live earlier, Samantha Guthrie, not Samantha, not Samantha. Why do I keep calling her Samantha? Savannah Guthrie, her mom is missing, and I found out that the last person to saw her, it was a family member dropping her off. That was Savannah's sister that dropped her mom off. at around 9:45. So I found that out, by the way, as well. All right. The inconsistencies in Jack and Lily's case has been astounding, to be blunt with you. And before I get started, let me pull this up because I wanted to show you last night. I think it was last night. Jimmy, who's in chat, was talking about the roof of Janie's. Oh, what to do? What to do? Was talking about the roof of Janie's camper. And okay, how do I find my downloads now? They just moved it everywhere. Okay. And let me show you a couple pictures here. I think this is what you were talking about in chat, Jimmy, last night, is like this right here. Like how it had I don't know, it's certainly not even. I don't know what it is. It could be like a vent, bathroom, bedroom, or whatever. It's like the rubber roofing. I think so too, Ratui. I really do. I think they're closing in. Shar was talking about the tarp over the RV today as well. I personally don't think it's anything. But one thing, what I do think is very interesting is why Miss Janie would not let them go inside when they wanted to go in, right? Remember her cupboards in the very beginning. Again, I don't know why, but there is clearly something there. I don't think it's an air conditioner unit. I don't think they. I think they use like a window unit whenever she uses it. Hey, Rob Beanie, 12 months left. We are at a year, Rob Beanie. Thank you so much, my friend. It's so good to see you. And I do appreciate that very, very much. Could be fleas or bed bug fogging. I don't know what you mean. Fogging. The roof? I don't know what you mean. Maybe that's what I was thinking. Maybe it's like a bathroom vent, or who knows? Who knows? I mean, there's a wood stove coming out of the side of it, and like that cannot be safe. That cannot not be safe at all, because those walls are like paper thin anyways, and those pipes get hot. Not as hot as Daniel's pipe, if you know what I mean, but nonetheless it gets hot. Another thing I wanted to share before we get started on Jack and Lily is we're watching this missing juvenile. Calissa Eppert, 15 years old, has been reported missing from Mount Vernon, Illinois since January 1st, 2026. Authorities are asking for the public's help as efforts continue to locate her. She was last seen January 1st, 2026. Someone sent this to me, 15 years old. I'll look more into it, but someone sent this to me right before the live. So please take a good look at this face. I just thought they could have hid. You never know. I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Stranger things have happened. A month. Yeah, Wendy. But what I did think was interesting is that they certainly do mention that in the documents. That they do. That they do. Okay. Hold on. I just got an email. If you Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, Wolfie sent me that, and I guess Charmaine was showing that this morning. Okay, that's why he was sending it to me. Perfect. Okay, got it. Charmaine and hold on, American Justice. Okay, great gals for sure. Love them. Okay, so Malaya, one of the only times we've heard directly from Malaya, other than in the beginning when she did her very weird, uh, short interviews, was she did speak to Sunny through via text. And one thing she said here was, I heard the kids in the morning. Daniel was sleeping beside me the entire time from 6:18 a.m. to around 9:40 a.m. when I woke him up rather, because I no longer heard them, that would be Jack and Lily, but she says them in the bedroom. This is the best estimate I can give at the moment because I was in and out of sleep, dozing off that morning. I then called the police at 10:01 a.m. And a few things with this. Someone on the group said, uh, this is a text from Malaya to Sunny. It's a crime and shame channel that she communicated very little with months ago, and is also stated in the release documents. I noticed many people pointing fingers at Daniel and just Daniel. How is that possible? How is that possible with Malaya's words alone? She and Janie both heard the children that morning between 8 and 9 a.m. Well, Daniel also heard them that morning. He's actually the only one that said he saw the kids that morning, actually. Malaya says that Daniel was sleeping next to her until 9:40. The call to 911 was made at 10:01. When did he commit the crime and cover up? Well, I would say number one, that was the night before. That was the night before when, or a few hours before. I don't believe for a second that um, Daniel was asleep. I don't believe Malaya was asleep. And this, in my opinion, just shows you that the only thing Daniel and Malaya are on track about is their story about what happened to Jack and Lily. And that's probably the only thing that they're ever going to stick on, unless they have given Malaya some type of deal, if you will, or whatever. Malaya has obviously spoken, in my opinion, since I would say, recently for sure. But she is saying right here that Daniel was beside her asleep from 6:18 a.m. to 9:40, right? We'll just say 6:20, 7:20, 8:20, 9:20. That's 3 hours and 20 minutes that Daniel was asleep next to her, and she says the whole time. But the problem with this story is that Daniel says he was not even remotely, you know, asleep, but, except, of course, when any accountability that Jack and Lily might have left, of course, that's when he was flat out asleep. They were all flat out asleep during that time. But 3 hours and 20 minutes. When I woke him up, well, the problem with that is Daniel says he woke Malaya up. So, which is it? Because I no longer heard them in their bedroom. Well, this is weird because Daniel says he heard Jack in the kitchen. Malaya says she hears them. She no longer heard them in the bedroom. Daniel says Jack was in the kitchen, and Lilly came in and out of the bedroom at least a couple times, and he wasn't even close to being asleep. Malaya continues, that is the best estimate I can give at the moment because I was in and out of sleep during that morning. I then called police at 10:01. Isn't it interesting to me how, probably to you as well, how Daniel says he was in and out of sleep? Malaya says she was in and out of sleep. Janie says she was in and out of sleep. Almost they were in and out of sleep, all three of them, at just the right times to where all three of them would have no idea to what happened to Jack and Lilly, which means they wouldn't be accountable, right? That's, if you've watched my live stream where I've shown one of the biggest red flags for the FBI is someone saying that they were asleep. Now, does sleep happen? Absolutely. Between a lot of people in crime can happen while you're asleep. But just all three of them, they would have had to have just been overlapping in sleep all at the same time when Jack and Lilly vanished, right? If Malaya was dozing in and out of sleep, and Daniel was dozing in and out of sleep, and Janie was dozing in and out of sleep, they all had to be dozing asleep at the same time. How convenient. How convenient. Hello, Miss Joyous. Good to see you. So I thought that was interesting. Okay. Now we're going to get to some calls about Miss Malaya, because Miss Malaya has done a bunch of shady shit too, in my opinion. They sure do sleep in. Yes, yes. For having 3 children under the age of 6, sleeping until, nearly 10 a.m. and probably wasn't going to get up anytime soon, of course, if the kids hadn't went missing, right? Pretty convenient, if you ask me. This is part of the documents. Cindy had a missing audio call on April 30th. This was Thursday at 1:21 p.m. They had a 12-minute video call at 4:40 p.m. April 30th. Cindy said she did not remember the exact call because they talk at least once a day or more. On May 1st, right? This is Friday. On May 1st, 2025, there was a missed call from Malaya at 2:52 p.m. 2:52 p.m. This would be about the time that they were around the Dollarama-ish, sometime around there. Hadn't made it back home yet. They got home allegedly around 4 o'clock. So Malaya is trying to get a hold of Cindy for some reason. 2:52 p.m. and a video call at 3:37 p.m. This is very interesting to me, this 3:37 p.m., because they got home right before 4 o'clock, right? 3:35 to 4 o'clock. Malaya obviously is trying to get a hold of her mother. The very last sentence, why she knew all the other times. Absolutely. Absolutely. She knew all the other times. Yeah, they know. They know, in my opinion. So Malaya tries to get a hold of her mom at 2:52 p.m. on Friday, and there's a video call at 3:37 p.m. that day. They had just had to have been arriving home, and in my opinion, tensions were mounting at that time. Cindy said she called on video chat to see the kids, but nothing about the call stood out in her mind. I don't know about that. I'm not sure I believe that at the time. I'm not sure if I believe that. On May 2nd, there was a missed call from Malaya at 8:28 a.m. 8:28 a.m. I've always said there was a lot of stuff going on in this home at 6:15ish, 6:15ish, and around 8:30ish that morning as well. Now, it's convenient that Malaya is she's up at 6:15, right? And she's up for sure at 8:28. But between 8:28 and we'll say 9:40, right? An hour and 15 minutes. An hour and 15 minutes. She's dozing in and out of sleep in that hour and 15 minutes. I don't believe that at all. There was also a missed call at 10:40 a.m. This is after Jack and Lily went missing. This is 39 minutes after the 911 call and about 10, 15 minutes after law enforcement got there. And a message from Malaya saying the kids are missing and police were there. I wished like hell that Cindy would not have missed that 8:28 call, because that 8:28 call, I think would have been very, very important to, 1 second here so I can see the chat. Mine just froze. Because I think Cindy might have knew more there at that time. You know what I mean? Okay. I can see the chat there. All right. So moving on here. 1 second. So 8:28, 9:28, 10:28. So an hour and, we'll just say an hour and 15 minutes after she calls the first time. 1 hour and 28 minutes or so after Malaya calls the first time to her mother, the kids vanish. How convenient. Actually, hold on. 8:28, 9:28. So an hour and like 32 minutes. Actually, think about this. Think about this. Malaya calls. Interesting. Malaya calls her mom at 8:28. We know that the kids were absolutely missing by 9:40. By 9:40, right? So That's an hour and 12 minutes later after that call. An hour and 12 minutes after the call, Malaya calling her mom. Malaya had to go doze off, and Daniel, and well, then we'll just say, and then Lilly had to have came in the room twice to Daniel and Malaya's room. They would have had to have put their boots on and whatever, and then go out and play in that hour and 12 minutes. No, not a chance. Not a chance. So the baby never had own cot. Do you mean coat or cot? The baby had a crib in Daniel and Malaya's room. So very, very interesting there. Cindy said she had learned from her mother that the kids were missing because she left her phone in the house when she was in the barn, which was why she missed Malaya's call. She said she did not know what time her mother called to let her know. This is Cindy's mom, Malaya's grandmother. Okay. All right. So we're going to get on to something else here. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, I was looking at, like, we know that the RCMP said, that they didn't believe Jack and Lily were alive. But I was reading one of these quotes from McKinnon, which is in the documents, a lot of the documents, but this is a quote from the winnipegfreepress.com. And they're speaking about Jack and Lily, and it says, quote, "If we thought they, meaning Jack and Lily, were alive now, we would still be out there. We would still be out there." That, in my opinion, tells us a lot. That nearly from jump, when major crimes came in Saturday, kids went missing Friday. By Saturday morning, May 3rd, the children, or not the children, major crimes was there. Oh, Mary Dalmatian, I know. Hey, Shannon, good to see you, babe. Okay. One thing, Daniel. Pearl's sawing logs right now. She is sleeping hard. Okay. Early days. Daniel says, Daniel was also upset that Malaya left. Quote, "I've been the only one out there for them," end quote. He sobbed in an interview. Quote, "This is so interesting how he goes from Malaya not being there for him. And then he talks about, and he always talks about this with Jack and Lily, and it got me thinking. Quote, "She can't control them. Only I can. They act out whenever she's there. She always gets me to calm them down or get them to stop fighting or feed them or get them up. and put them to bed every night. She was asking me to do everything. It just breaks my heart not to ever see everybody. I don't know what the last part of that means. Uh, but he talks about constantly about not only does he do this and he does that, but he talks about the discipline, right? Jack and Lily fight all the time. Malaya can't handle it. I'm the one that can do it. When they act out, I have to discipline them. And they're missing. They're missing. Why does he have to go from they're missing to what he has to do to discipline them? Because, in my opinion, he very much overwent his boundaries and became too aggressive with them, not where we would call that discipline, but we would call that abuse. So I think it's very interesting how he goes from, yeah, they're missing, but they only listen to me, and I'm the one that does it all. It's not that you do it all or anything. It's the point that you're mentioning how you discipline them when they're just first missing. Do you get what I mean? Because it shouldn't matter. It should not matter whatsoever. Whether they are the, best behaved kids on the planet or they're the least behaved kids on the planet. It doesn't matter, except everyone talks about what matters to them for a reason. And he wants you to know that, yes, they only listen to me. They only listen to me. But I believe they went missing because of discipline. And I use that term extremely sarcastically, very sarcastically. Always making excuses, yes. Thank you, Miss Regina Crawford. Good to see you, my dear. Appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you, baby. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you, my dear. What's with all these people pulling a Mike McKee, leaving their phones behind? Well, it's, it's people know now, leave your phone. But the thing is, most people still get caught because they live in areas where there's cameras and where they have a newer vehicle and all that. But some of these cases with there's just not a lot of cameras around. They have an older vehicle and they leave their phone. It's harder. It's still harder. So there's that. Daniel said in an interview that the evening before the kids disappeared, everyone was home. He said, remember, RCMP said, we need to talk about Thursday evening. Daniel says, well, there was nothing to talk about because it was an ordinary day. But Daniel is talking about the evening, Thursday evening, in this interview. Daniel said in an interview that the evening before the kids disappeared, everyone was home. He said he spent that evening working on a fence in the backyard. It was at night, it was a night just like any others for the young children, he added, though he couldn't remember what time they went to bed. Remember that, because we're going to get into a very important part of the document here in a little bit. He says here he cannot remember what time Jack and Lily went to bed. He just said in the other, this article, though, that he's the one that always puts them to bed, that he's the one that disciplines them and all of this. But that's not what really happened the night Jack and Lily vanished. I don't believe there was any bedtime or anything. I think one thing that Malaya does say is the night Jack and Lily, before they went missing, they were energetic, right? They had a lot of energy. You'll hear this with a lot of the missing kids. They'll say the kids are rambunctious, or they had a lot of energy the night before. They were, acting out or whatever. Thank you so much, Regina. Appreciate you, my love. Is Dee still in jail because he's accused of hurting JL? Is Dee still in jail because she... Regina, do you mean Daniel? Daniel is not in jail. He will, if that's what you mean. He is out right now, but he's got strict orders that he has to follow. And if he doesn't, then he will go to jail. But he has a court date on March 2nd. March 2nd. By the way, is it just a coincidence that it's March 2nd? You know how the kids went missing on May 2nd? Is that just a coincidence? Or does RCMP have everything planned strategically? I don't know. Just thought that was interesting. Just noticed that when I said that. Hey, PGH. Good to see you, Mama. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. He was fixing to say that. I don't know. It just came to me right there. I just thought of that. Thank you so much, PGH. Really do appreciate you. You received that pearl necklace. Make sure you thank our beautiful PGH. Maybe.
Welcome to Clutch Step Pearls, yeah, you're in the clue. Shine bright like the stars, this world never knew. We're dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright, you're part of a pearl.
Thank you so much, my dear. The following is an actual video of Daniel getting a phone call and also cleaning his room.
Hello?
Thank you, Grace.
Hello? I said don't disturb you, I'm cleaning my room!
Okay, Daniel boy, we'll leave you alone. We'll leave you alone. There you go. There we go. Okay. Where is... Okay, here we go. So Daniel says, again, but he could not remember what time Jack and Lily went to bed. But he does remember. Now, think about this. Think about this. Daniel says he goes in around dark, and dark that time of year is around 8:30 where they are. Hey, YouTuber, good to see you. Enoch, Brandy, Regina, Shannon, Golden Pearl, everyone, Rhonda. He says he goes to bed around, not goes to bed. He goes inside around dark, 8:30, we'll say 9 o'clock. Okay? Think about this 1 second. He also says he checks on the kids at midnight or 12:30. Midnight, 12:30. So let's say Daniel goes inside at 9 o'clock. Right? And that's late. That's late. But he checks on them and they're in bed at 12:30. Right? That's 3.5 hours. He's been inside 3.5 hours. And we know that the kids were not in bed at 9:30, according to Malaya, if you believe her story. I don't. But let's just say it's true. If the kids didn't go to bed till at least 10:30, which means Daniel had to be in the house when the kids were being put to sleep. Malaya also says the kids were very hyper that night. There's no way you're not going to know that those two hyper kids. And Daniel says in his text messages that Jack and Lily are really loud kids. Everyone says that, pretty much, Janie and everyone. So if he's minimum in this house an hour and a half to 2 hours, he's going to know, and they're hyper and all that. Number one, that they're in there. Number two, what time Malaya is putting them to bed. Malaya says about 10:30 she puts them to bed. And we got 10:30 to 12:30. Well, that's 2 hours after Daniel supposedly checks on them. Yeah. Doesn't line up, does it? At all. Doesn't line up whatsoever. Daniel initially told police and the Globe on May 5th that the pink blanket found in the woods did not belong to Lily. But he later changed his story. Oh, goodness. Daniel later changes his story. Even the Globe and Mail acknowledge that Daniel changed his story about that damn pink blanket. Now, someone who says he has nothing to do with the disappearance of Jack and Lily, but routinely lied about the pink blanket. And one thing I'll give Malaya, she did not lie about the pink blanket in the beginning. She did not. She did not lie about the pink blanket in the beginning. And Daniel admittingly goes down this road where the pink blanket was, although he said he didn't know, he didn't see a pink blanket or anything, but has routinely lied about something that's very, very important to the case. Daniel initially told police and the Globe on May 5th that the pink blanket found in the woods did not belong to Lily, but he later changed his story. In a subsequent interview, he suggested that the blanket was planted, taken from his week-old garbage. He also claimed 2 of his sweaters mysteriously disappeared from his home after the kids went missing. He declined to elaborate further. Yes, they are testing it. They are testing it. Sure are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He did. He did say that after my life. Yeah, sure did. Sure did. Yeah. Isn't that interesting how this pink blanket, and think about this. Very interesting things Daniel's talked about here. One, lied about the pink blanket. 2, changed it that it was Lily's. 3, suggested that the blanket was planted, even though he lied about it in the beginning. 4, this pink blanket was magically taken out of his week-old garbage. He said he put the blanket in the trash. Malaya says she put it in the trash. Janie said she watched Daniel put it in the trash because he was making the trash too heavy. How was that person going to know? Number one. But then he says, not only all of this craziness that I just mentioned, but two of his sweaters disappeared. I'm sure the RCMP wanted those sweaters, right? But he says they disappeared. They also talk in the end of September when they're there, allegedly about Daniel's stove in the home. They were interested in that. But two of his sweaters mysteriously disappeared, just like he said someone had uh, Jack's coat was missing, and someone had to reach up there and grab it for him to get it because he couldn't reach for it up there. If you watched the live stream last night, I showed you where Daniel said he couldn't talk about what Jack and Lily were missing because it was part of the investigation, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard someone say, that they couldn't speak about the last thing that two missing children were supposedly wearing. That's one of the most important things that they put out when anyone is missing is what they are wearing. Ruby says Janie needs to be locked up like Daniel, in my humble opinion. She clearly, in my opinion, is lying through her ass for Daniel. For sure, in my opinion. Daniel has said in an interview that the evening. Okay, I read that part, I think. Okay, remember what I went to bed. Okay. There is, however, at least one account of strange activity at the mobile home that night. RCMP spokesperson Corporal Carly McCann confirmed the police received a tip on May 8th that someone who described hearing a vehicle come and go from the mobile home throughout the night before the children vanished, or before the children were reported missing, rather. Sorry. Quote, investigators are continuing to review and assist more than 600 tips from the public and follow up on over 800 tasks, end quote, she wrote in an email. A neighbor who spoke to the Globe said they reported the information on May 8th. The neighbor said that they were working on a vehicle in their own yard when they heard the same loud 5-speed car come and go from the trailer about 6 times from midnight to 5 a.m. After the children's disappearance, the neighbor considered it important information to report to the police. The Globe agreed not to mention the neighbor because of the concerns for their safety in their community. That obviously came out, and there was 2 neighbors. But this was very early on when they wrote this. Daniel initially told them, okay, read that one. Okay. Okay, 1 second here. Okay. 2 weeks later in mid-May. 1 second. Behind the scenes, people's concerns for the children's welfare had already raised red flags. A child protection supervisor in the nearby town of New Glasgow rushed to prepare a memo for Deputy Minister Craig Benton or Beaton and about Jack and Lily on the day of the disappearance. 2 weeks later, in mid May, another memo about the children was prepared for the senior staff in the provincial child welfare department. Opportunities and Social Development Minister Scott Armstrong, who also told the Globe he asked for more information about his department's interaction with the children, has so far declined to discuss how the government responded to the concerns of Jack and Lily's well-being prior to the disappearance. What is known about Jack and Lily's interaction with child welfare authorities is that a social worker came to the trailer over concerns. This is where Daniel is lying out his ass, where he says Jack and Lily, CPS, they were there for resources for the children's behavior at school. The child welfare authorities is that a social worker came to the trailer over concerns raised by the school several months before their disappearance to assess their home life. Sorry, Daniel. You are wrong. You're wrong, Daniel. Hey, Cheryl. Yep. So when Daniel tells you and I and everyone that CPS or DHS was there because, they were going to Jack and Lily's behavior at school, not one bit. Not one bit. Reporters have came out and said about the staff there that they were very, very concerned about Jack and Lily. And we got to remember they were really concerned about Jack and Lily in December of 2024. Jack and Lily went missing on May 2nd, 2025. But this is all someone can do, right? Like a teacher, they can only report it, and whatever happens, happens. That's up for CPS and DHS. But so many times they are not listened to. And why was their behavior so bad exactly? Scorpio moon, it wasn't, but it's just Daniel making excuses. But I mean, look at Daniel's behavior, right? You got kids living in truly a toxic environment. And when I say toxic, I mean chemically, the chemicals that they are inhaling, that the residue, because the math, it leaves a residue on everything around it, right? It leaves a residue on everything around it. So they are inhaling this, not only, so is meadow, that doesn't help with their IQ, learning, developmental delays, weight, all of that, all of that. And just think of the psychological fighting and missing school. And when they were missing school, they were missing meals, right? Actual nourishment, and all that, right? So it's it kind of, is a big deal in my opinion. But this was in December, and it says here, right here, the school that they had came to the trailer over concerns raised by the school several months prior to the disappearance to assess their home life. Hey, Miss Peggy, thank you so much, my dear. Baby cookie. Christine Robin, thank you so much, Miss Peggy. Appreciate you, my love. And Noted Garrett, thank you so much. Please hit that thumbs up. Justice for Jack and Lily. Thanks, Justin. Thank you so much, Miss Nerdy. Good to see you, my love. Appreciate you. And thank you so much for being a member here on the Pearl family. Really do appreciate that, my love. Can the father, Jack and Lily, charge them? No, he can't. He cannot. Mm-mm. Because he didn't really want anything to do with Jack and Lily even before they went missing, and that's because he was working out his own things. It was, for him, it was just the things with Daniel and Malaya going on. He paid child support up until about a year before they vanished as well. The kids are hunting DM or haunting DM. Look at how gray his hair is getting, and what it was, and that it was in the beginning. Yeah, I do believe you can't live a life like that every day and it not get to you. You just can't. You just can't. So, yeah. Okay. Now let's continue to this. Listen to this, because remember what Daniel said, that they came for, to give them resources for the learning and all that, or not learning, but behavioral. Teachers and other professionals who work with the children with children have a legal duty to report if they have reasonable grounds to suspect a child may have, is about to suffer abuse, and home visits occur, and there's reason to be concerned about a child's safety and care. Daniel, yes, Daniel, however, told the Globe the visit was related to the kids' learning difficulties at school. Oh, looky here. Another story by Daniel. Here, he said it was because of their learning disabilities at school. Well, Daniel smokes meth and he don't care. 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 And Janie loves her dog.
This nicotine patch for an hour, and I'd still sell you in for a smoke. Come on back to my place. I want you to look at a urine sample. I think it looks cloudy. It's been so long since someone touched me.
RCMP, open up.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
Whenever you see Little Meadow, right? Whenever you see Little Meadow, she looks like a new person now. She really does. She looks like a new person now. She's out of that toxic, physical, mental, and emotional environment, right? Hey, Miss Patty, thank you so much, my dear, for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for being a member here on the Pearl family as well. Really do appreciate that, my love. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you give our Miss Patty a big old thank you, my love.
Welcome to Clutch Them Pearls, yeah, you're in the clue. Shine bright like the stars this world never knew. With dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright, you're part of a pearl.
Thank you so much, Miss Patty. Appreciate that very, very much, my dear. Justin, you're writing on a song, Daniel and Janie. Yeah. But here, he does say here that it is for learning difficulties. Well, again, if you smoke the meth, live in a physical toxic environment, a mental toxic environment, and miss 40 some days of school, you're going to have learning developments. I'm convinced. He said the children were suspected of having autism. Okay. I'm not going to pretend to be an autism expert here or anything like that. But I don't think that Jack and Lily had autism more than the man in the moon had autism, right? And if they did, how does that affect? How does that change that they're missing or whatever? Something they have uh, spoken about. It's like, okay, even if they did have autism, it doesn't, it's they're missing. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Um, it's just that they were around toxic environment. I don't believe they had nutrition, and they didn't go to school. Missing 40 some days of school. Of course, you're going to have learning, difficulties. Um, he said that the children were suspected of having autism and were scheduled to see a doctor the same month they vanished. That just made me think of something. Is that holy shit? Is that why Daniel? Is that why Daniel? Is that why Jack and Lily went missing? They had a doctor's appointment coming up this month. What if the doctors, and this is speculating, what if the doctors found, I don't know, cracked ribs or various healing parts of the body? It wasn't. No, Brandy, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, Daniel could be lying in this. Uh, this interview. He's already, we know he's lying in other places. But that just made me think, if CPS was on him again or they kept delaying something or whatever. What if they had a doctor's appointment coming up and they, found different things on them? Don't know. Don't know. He said the children were suspected of having autism or were scheduled to see a doctor. Is that why they kept mentioning autism? To see a doctor the same month they vanished. He declined to answer further questions about the involvement of child protection staff in the kids' lives. Very interesting thought, Justin. It just made me think of that as soon as that was going on. You know what I mean? The thing about Nova Scotia is the CPS, they don't really have a good CPS system. And I say that because, the population's not a lot and they didn't have, I forget what part of CPS, they just didn't have it there. And so it could have taken them longer, right? And if there's rugs in the house or if there's hair follicles being tested on the kids or whatever, not good, not good, right? From the outside, there were signs that the children's home life was strained. They were developmentally behind other children and arrived at school. This is not me saying this. This is the article in the very beginning. And arrived at the school grubby and without appropriate winter clothing. prompted staff to provide it to them. And, prompting staff to provide it to them, according to a school board employee with direct knowledge. The Globe, they're not authorized to, yeah. Shame on all three. Yeah. Last December, Jack came to school with a black eye, according to a photo of him posted by his elementary school. The photo of a class trip on December 13th, 2024, 5 months before he and his sister disappeared, shows him sitting next to other. This makes me want to cry. Go to hell, Daniel and Malaya. Fuck both of you. And I mean it. Fuck both of you ever harming a kid. 5 months before he and his sister disappeared, shows him sitting next to other students in the forest with a green and purple bruise below his left eye. Another photo shows a possible black eye and bruising on Jack's face in a photo taken in September 2024. An injury that Daniel defended on social media, saying it was caused by Lilly. You're an even bigger piece of shit for blaming it on Lilly, Daniel. You're an even bigger piece of shit for blaming it on another child or blaming that they were clumsy. Daniel did not respond to questions asking how Jack received the black eye in December. But in a private Facebook message that we shared with the Globe, he acknowledged Jack had many black eyes. Quote, one time, Lilly punched him in the face, end quote, he wrote. Imagine how he didn't answer it directly in person. And so it's perplexing. Just give me a second. Okay. It gets me. It's amazing how he can't say it in front of them during the interview, but he can text them later. Well, this is the thing. Kids might have punched each other. right? They might have punched each other. But do you know how hard it takes to hit someone to bruise them uh, like that? And what 4 and 6 year old has bruises all the time? Thank you, Countryside Wildflowers. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you, Justice for Jack and Lily. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much. It's just, if they did it, it was learned behavior is because they saw it. Yeah, I mean, kids, they fight, and all of that. I don't shit. It happens. Kids fight. But don't blame it on the kids that, they're constantly getting bruised and all that. Listen, you've got to remember that Daniel Martell's children, who were only there on the weekends, by the way, I think every other weekend, said that he abused Jack and Lily. I've shown you those texts. They were only there like every other weekend. Jack and Lily lived there every day. Exactly, Joyous. Every other weekend. Oh, me too. Passion. Me too. And they still seen it. Exactly, Carol. Exactly. He is a disgusting, despicable prick. And I get heated over this one. I do. Because he tries to act like he's some grandiose thing. Listen, life is hard enough for all of us. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. Nobody should pretend to try to be. But to just bash a kid physically and also to not only break their spirit is one of the most cruel things you can do. And I believe, in my opinion, that not only that these children were bashed physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that their life was essentially snuffed out by the prick. It's unheard of, Hiker. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. And I don't understand how someone cannot see Daniel, see his exes, even see what Malaya has said and what the RCMP says they have enough proof to charge him and potentially send him to prison for upwards of 30 years. Think that he couldn't do this, something egregious to Jack and Lily. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I truly don't. She, quote, she pushed down on a truck and it swung up and hit in the face, end quote. Nope. Now that is a classic way of kids. Kids do push down a lot of times, but the car doesn't usually fly up. The car usually, number one, flies out and they hit their face on, generally their mouth or their chin, on the floor. That doesn't give you a black eye, number one. Number two, for CPS, or not CPS, for the teachers, especially in a community like that, this is a very, 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 very small school. How many kids was there in the school, whole school? 200, something like it's just nothing. It's hardly anything. For that, there has to be a lot of signs. A lot of signs. I agree, Shannon. 100%. 100%, honey. The ones that had a vitamin, the ones that have a vitamin deficiency, those kids were really pale. Mhm. Yeah. Wolfie, you're funny. The family was under pressure. A confluence of financial woes left the couple turning to relatives for help. Like many lower tier workers at the mill, Daniel had been cut back to one shift a week during the spring thaw because of an annual ban on heavy logging trucks on soggy local roads. His car, listen to this, his car off the road because it needed repairs. He says couldn't afford, wasn't drivable. This is the only time we hear Daniel in an interview talking about his car. Isn't that interesting? Malaya is just as bad. Absolutely. The loud car. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Yeah. His car wasn't drivable, he says, and he had to rely on his uncle, who also worked at the mill, to take him to work, or Malaya, whose maternal grandmother had recently helped her buy a white Nissan SUV. You know, the 2017 white Nissan SUV, four tires, four-cylinder, six windows, white, uh, you know, 4-liter, twin turbo, gray seats, black carpet, 2017 white Nissan SUV. That one. Same, Candy. Same. Same. Listen, and this is the thing. I'm not even going to judge them that, they had, one of them had a black eye or whatever. But for multiple times that they had, and this is coming from the stepfather himself, that they were bruised all the time, right? Yeah, Crazy Bucket's right here. I can make it bigger though. Oh, sorry, I was muted. I apologize. I was talking away. Yeah, Crazy Buck, right here. Oops, it'll pop down in just a second, but right here, right there. If you want to screenshot it, it should pop down. There we go. Candy pants, I agree. I agree. Now listen, Malaya is not I think she's just as bad, to be honest with you. Going to bed, Pam. Love you, honey. Get some rest. Right? Oops. Guys, I had my Diet Pepsi outside. I forgot to bring it in the other day when I was getting it out of the car. And some of the cans busted, and I can't even sit it up now. It's like one of those Weeble Wobbies. Should have put it in a glass. Oh my goodness. I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Well, did Malia actually call Daniel on his job? And I think he came home to hit his pipe, probably, and that's about it. I don't believe Daniel ever came home other than in a jealous fit of bullshit. The family. Okay. So, actually, here it is. Here it is bigger. I think it is. Yeah, here it is. His car off the road because it needed repairs. He couldn't afford. He says it wasn't drivable. Well, it wasn't drivable, Daniel, as in a daily car. But I believe in a pinch. I believe in a pinch, Daniel. If you know what I mean, you could drive that loud ass car, right? What do you guys think? In a pinch, you think he could drive that loud ass car? I think he could and did. Sure do. Where's that, Daniel? Daniel's father, Earl, said he bought the couple groceries and gas and provided firewood to heat their home. Now, think about that. Listen, I understand that our kids take our money. Like, duh. They take our money, right? And you might have to help them out time to time or whatever. But Daniel was getting unemployment, number one. They had no fucking bills. It's not like Daniel had a mortgage or rent, car payments. I don't even think he had an insurance, right? He had an electric bill, didn't have water, didn't have sewage, nothing like that. Like most of us have, you know, credit cards, all of this. There goes my camera. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to play something and get my camera fixed.
Stop. You love touching my belly. Oh, you make me feel so sexy and confident. Oh, let me back up so you can look at it. Hi, look, babe. Stop playing. I just falls out when you do that to me, boy. Come on now. Oh, look at these legs and stuff you got. Oh, I think I want to touch and kiss up on you real quick. What's up? In public. Let's do it right here in public, babe. What's up, boy? Come on, let's do it in public, babe. Stop playing with my time. Come on, boy. Come on, babe. Let's do it in public. Ooh, don't start nothing. Won't be no start, no shoe, won't be no stuff. Come on now, touching my titties and all that. Come on, boy, in public. Ooh, let me take this leg real quick and then. Ooh, where you going? Where you going, babe? Come here. Touch on me. Tease me. Nah, for real. Come on, let's go. What you doing? Baby, come on now. We got to get to the barbecue. Stop playing now. Stop playing with my time. Oh, let me get up here. Oh, look at that butt. Oh, take this shirt off real quick. See, let's go on and get wet out. Let's show them the way, because you know I do what I do when I do it. Come on, babe. Come on. Oh, this shirt is cute. Come on now. And let me tell you something. Why you liking that girl photograph on Instagram? I told you about getting too friendly-handed on Instagram. Stop liking their pictures. Stop liking their pictures. Do you hear me? They don't need you to know you. Stop liking their pictures playing on my time. Come on, babe, let's go. I'm hungry now. They waiting on us. I want me a rib sandwich with some little cheese. Boy, get from behind me. See, you.
Okay. Okay, I think, oops, we got it here. 2 seconds. And we got it. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. So here, Earl says he bought the couple groceries, gas, and provided firewood to heat their home. Daniel, however, denied having money problems, and he claimed to friends that he was getting into investing and turning his life around after a divorce. Guys, listen. Come on. He is a serial liar. Serial. Yes. He was investing in the meth app. Right, the meth app. Yes, that's his stocks. It's called the METH. Unbelievable. Tadhole, thank you so much, my dear. Welcome to the Pearl. The Pearl family. Appreciate that, Matt. Very, very kind of you, my love. Appreciate that very much. Been doing Coca-Cola. He said it's expensive. They always, yeah, I mean, if, like, I've never done Coca-Cola in my life, like Coca-Cola, but that is the most expensive rug you can do, right? Now the meth is cheaper. No judgment if you have or you haven't or whatever, but he's not keeping his stuff down. This was clearly a bad way for him, a very bad way for him, because if you're having to buy the kids groceries, you're having to buy wood to heat the place. That's bad. Remember, they had Malaya's grandma's credit card that day getting groceries and stuff. I heard bumper cars on the road in Scotia. What's that? Sea legal? Investing in house plants? Is that like a different kind of house plant you mean? Or you mean like really house plants? Okay. So yeah, Daniel was getting his life together, he said, after the divorce and turning his life around. Other means of cash flow had also been cut off. In recent months, child support payments from Jack and Lily's biological father had stopped after he lost his job. Malaya's monthly Canada Child Benefit check or baby bonus was under federal guidelines, which would be about $1,900 per month, was halted because Daniel hadn't filed his taxes, which were due by April 30th. So $1,900 that she was getting gone. The child support, does anyone know how much child support Cody paid? Does anyone know? But even like $1,900, they could have lived there fine, you know, without having to pay anything. Um, Holy shit, $1,900, no bills, plus they stole from the grandmother, plus child support. Okay. Yep. Yep. They could have lived fine on $1,900 and not having just an electric bill. You know what I mean? Oh, the RCMP now tax the man. Both child tax benefits and child support payments are based on yearly income taxes. Plus, they got more than that as well, didn't they? She got some other check as well. I couldn't remember what the hell it was. As well. So, $1,900 per month was halted because Daniel hadn't filed his taxes, which were due by April 30th. Oh, guys, guess what? That makes fucking perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Listen. It just dawned on me. Guys, Malaya left around Easter. There was financial issues. He didn't file April 30th. The kids go missing May 2nd. That's it. There we go. That's what the fucking fight was over. That's what the fight was over. You didn't pay your fucking taxes. I don't get my fucking money. Daniel. That's what it is. That's what it is. You can't tell me. There we go. That's exactly what it was. Yep, exactly. And kids needed to go to doctor. That's exactly what happened. So would her money have stopped? Yes, she would have gotten nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. Nothing. You don't get anything unless you file. Look here. Oh my God, that's it. There we go. They got in a fight that night. Malaya called, said, Mom, what the fuck do I do? Daniel didn't file. I got to get out of here or I'm not going to get my money. That's it. That's it, guys. Mom, I've got to get the fuck out of here tonight because Daniel didn't file. I live here. And I got to get out of here because my money's cut off. I can't live here anymore. Daniel, I'm fucking done with you. He fucking flipped out. And he said, you're not going to get the money anyways. And I believe he did something to him. You're not gonna get the fucking money anyways. You're done with me. You're not getting the fucking money anyways. And he did something to him. That's it. Look at this. Guys, we got it. We got it. Read this. Other means of cash flow had been cut off. In recent months, child support payments from Jack and Lily's biological father had stopped after he lost his job. Malaya's monthly Canadian child benefit check, or baby bonus, which under federal guidelines would be about $1,900 per month, was halted because Daniel hadn't filed his taxes, which were due April 30th. You mean to tell me 48 hours later, the RCMP's there looking for Jack and Lily? Absolutely, Brandy. What's that T-Walk? GST. Night, Cherry. Love you, baby. 2 days later, no children. Mom, we just saw where Malaya called. That's it. Her mom, as they was coming home. And Janie, you knew all of this shit. She called when she got there. You know, Malaya was saying, Mom, I got to get out of here. My check's cut off. It cut off yesterday. Think about that. May 1st. She calls her mom and said, Daniel didn't file the fucking taxes. I don't have any money now coming in. I don't get child support anymore. As of yesterday, I don't get a check. I got to go. I'm done with this. I've given him time after time after time. And now I want you to come get me or whatever, or I'm done. There we go. It's the very last day, Lena Allen, in Canada. It was due April 30th. Didn't he get in trouble for claiming all 5 kids? Yes, sure did. Sure did. He got in trouble for claiming all 5 kids. That's why he didn't file. That's why he didn't file. And think about this. Malaya can't file now. Damn, y'all. When she was on the phone, she might have told her mom Daniel owed money, and he got mad, and she told her mom. I think there was a fight on the way home. I think listen to this, and we know that Malaya told she says she woke up at midnight. She woke up at midnight and Daniel was in the bathroom doing rugs. Yes, tax return deadline is April 30th in Canada. Yes. Sure is. Which means they had grandma's credit card that day, right? They had grandma's credit card that day. They went to Walmart, they went to a restaurant, they got gas. In my opinion, Daniel got rugs at the Dollarama, right? And I think once all of that was taking place, there was, I mean, what do people fight about? They fight about money, couples, especially in, you know, tense situations. And it's coming. Money and methville. I think you can't tell me that April 30th and then there was a fight Thursday night and you can't tell me Friday morning these kids are missing. Nope. Nope. It would have been, I need to dig on that because there's more. I need to find out more about that because Daniel filed like all of the kids because there was like a fraud thing. What did Wade say about this? Wade talked about it. Should I pull up his video? He said they owed $30,000 and like that didn't make sense. You know what I mean? Now it might be making a little bit more sense here. Hold on. Let's see here. They don't have to be married. They live at the same address. The thing is, Daniel was committing, I'll just say allegedly, Daniel was committing fraud because he was saying that allegedly his kids were allegedly part of like the First Nations or something like that. What did Wade say here? Let me see here 1 second. Where's the transcript? Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay. She was still sending her $2,000 a month. Excuse me. Give me a second. Okay. Shit, no. Okay. No. Okay.
With time and opportunity to dig.
Nope. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find a word so I can. Was it month? Let me just try money. 3, 2, 1. Let's try this. Fuck. Give me a second. Damn, it keeps messing up. Because he talks more about it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. It's got to be 3. Okay. 1857.
But the thing is, why Malia, she saw something. She must saw something. The story was same as Daniel Martel.
I gotta go tinkle. I'll be right
come
back.
out and say something right now.
Let me know if you hear money or check or anything.
And I saw a picture the other day. Malia, she was on the beach with her friend. You saw the picture?
Goes to the beach every day.
She go to the beach every day?
Yeah, just like a nothing.
Do you think she actually has the kid?
No, he don't have them. Somebody got him or they killed him.
Have you ever been to her place in the Suvanaki? You never been there?
I was at the grandmother. I used to hang with her dad like a long time ago. But it was crazy on the reserve at night.
Yeah, you don't want to go there, man.
I can be a cop today.
I can probably go there. People are gonna think I'm a native too. I'll be free.
My great grandmother was full Michigan. And I'm related.
My friend. Yeah.
Now get this here. You heard of East Preston?
East Preston? No.
North Preston? East Preston? No. Juvenile Reserve used to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all areas, all so-called black people.
Yeah.
So they took the lighter skinned people and put them in the juvenile.
That's right.
And the books, she's a book. She can get her card so she can get money, a house. And if Preston's an East Preston, they'll get any money.
Yeah, man.
They won't register them for him. I can't even get registered. And my great grandmother, Paul McNair, and she's from, it's called Fort Foley Reserve. You go to Sackville, New Brunswick, and you go way down towards Georgia. Most of the so-called bad are Micmac. Same people, different names. They can't get the word.
Did they say anything about money or a check yet? So this is Tint. He went kind of undercover, if you will. And Malaya's mom had, you didn't hear it. Malaya's mom had a horse trailer for sale, and he went there and acted like he was interested in it, and he acted like he was from like Pictou. Okay, here we go. This is where he says money right here the first time.
It's all areas, all so-called black people.
Yeah.
So they took the lighter skinned people and put them in the juvenile.
That's right.
And there's books. She's a book. She can get her card so she can get money, a house. And if Preston's an East Preston, they'll get any money.
Okay, this is where they're talking.
They won't register them for him. I can't even get registered.
Okay, this is where he's talking about Jack and Lilly, that they were registered as like the First Nation people.
And my great grandmother, Paul McNair, and she's from, it's called Foley Reserve. You go to Sackville, New Brunswick, and you go way down towards Georgia. Most of the so-called are Micmac. Same people, different names. They can't get the words.
Yeah, bro.
All right, listen to this. He's going to
You
talk
know
about
what?
They
money.
treat everybody the same. Get none of that.
I said RCMP is so useless. They
Yeah.
can't find anything.
He's getting ready to
I
talk about
only checked the cam footage, the trail cam footage after like
Right up
20
here.
days.
No, shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
They should have poured out the whole fucking block. People all in the house. People in the woods.
Yeah. You're saying
I was even in the woods. As soon as, before I even got to the place, they said the kids are missing. The first thing I saw is Daniel. I even told the police.
I can't blame you. I mean, I
It's
actually,
him.
Yeah.
The girl knows. Malaya knows. Guess what? They're 34,000 in debt. So they might have been ripping off
even Daniel Martel.
both of them brothers. See, they're probably registering all 5 kids.
I wouldn't surprise me. I only work like one.
There he says it. He goes, they're $34,000 in debt. They might have been ripping off they were $34,000 in debt, so they might have been ripping off Daniel, both of them probably. They probably were registering all 5 kids that, listen to it again.
Malaya knows. Guess what? They're 34,000 in debt. So they might have been ripping off
Even Daniel Martel.
both of them brothers. See, they're probably registering all 5 kids.
I wouldn't surprise me. I only work like once a week. Yeah.
You get this here?
It's not even working.
So
He says, you get what I'm saying? So if Daniel did this and if Malaya did it, they're probably going to start blaming each other. You did this or you did this, and it got heated. Oh, Tall Tree, I don't think the kids are alive anywhere. I hope you're right, but the RCMP doesn't think so. Yes, but Cindy wasn't there for the conversation. No, she wasn't there for the conversation. Yes, they were claiming the other 2 kids that lived with them. Government busted them because the mom claimed the other 2. That's right. That's right. That's right. Daniel was claiming his other 2 kids, and the mom of the other 2 kids had them, majority of the time, and Daniel got in trouble for that. That's why he wasn't claiming him. Or that's why he got in trouble.
you wouldn't get no money
filing.
the 20th. You know, you get the child or the kid.
So
check.
he, listen.
So you wouldn't get no money the 20th. You know, you get the child or the kid checks.
Yeah, it's not like milk money.
They're ripping them off. They owed 3,000-4,000.
They were ripping them off. They owed $34,000. They were ripping them off. They owed $34,000. They didn't get their check the 20th. Is what he said.
Credit card. 8,000. They didn't even stole the card. And
Remember, they ripped Malaya's grandma for $8,000. They stole the card.
didn't even care.
And she didn't even care.
Another time she borrowed $1,600.
Another time she borrowed $1,600.
Said you'll pay her the next year. And she
Said she'll pay her the next month.
told her right to her face, I'm not paying you back.
And Malaya told her right to her face, I'm not paying you back.
You can't be good though.
I think probably don't myself. But you're saying
don't blame them.
Yeah, but some people online also said maybe Malaya did Daddy and my dad was being abusive to the kid.
He
So
was,
she was
but why'd
trying
you
to
leave?
protect the
Holy shit.
I know, but where are they at?
Nah, that's what Bill would say. Bill would say
You never
Malia
know.
for those kids to the supermarket.
No, she just had the baby there, but the CPS took
They
her.
bought it.
And they put her.
This was grandma's credit card. Grandma has to pay it. But what are they saying right here? What is he saying right here?
Nah, that's what Bill would say. Bill would say
You never
Malia
know.
for those kids to the supermarket.
No, she just had the baby there, but the CPS took her. And they put her
So
in Boston for now. I think she's getting her back.
Middle.
And this is gonna live on the reserve.
So she has a kid right now, or
Oh, why didn't his kids disappear? Daniel's two other kids. You get what I'm saying?
that's why I was trying to figure it out, man. It's so strange.
I don't care if they're at the mall or not.
Mm.
They're probably gone before the morning. You get what I'm saying?
I just don't understand, man. No
Probably
offense.
gone before
Yeah.
the
I respect
morning.
it.
Well, I agree with Wade on that. I don't know, Lynn. I don't know. She's just the video and the audio is not right. It's not together. He's doing more of an audio. He got a little bit. The money would have been double. What do you mean? Like,
I respect her, Malia.
Yeah.
But why she act like this? She's not sad. She go to beach
Yeah.
every day, like you said.
Every day.
So strange. But everybody says she's your mother. You remember
Ain't no good.
Belinda? Belinda says she's your mother. You know Belinda?
No,
She don't.
Belinda never seen her the kids for 3 years.
She didn't see the kid for 3 years.
The boyfriend, he was fucking crazy. He used to be there. The real baby there.
oh
And
yeah, I
we
got
moved
you.
them from Greenfield. You ever heard of Greenfield? They had 100 bags of dirty diapers in the basement. Come on.
You're sad.
And he's from Mustang. Yeah, he feels good.
Probably doing
I
bad.
think the woman with the long hair, I think that is Cindy. But she's not talking or anything.
She wants to abuse on her, so she just alone, right?
He's probably peppering her. The neighbor, he does barrel racing all around.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia.
And,
Yeah, you can come back anytime.
yes,
Like,
my
come
friend.
and visit.
For sure. Thank you so much, Jeff.
There's
Really
places,
appreciate it.
there's beaches over here, like Pugwash.
You know the RCMP that have
Yeah.
a reward for $150,000 if you can find the kids.
Yeah, if I had the kids, I had the money. You know what I'm saying? That makes-
Well, if you can find out where's Malia living in supermarket, let me know. And
I don't think they're
we'll
in.
spend the money.
They're so far in the woods you won't find them.
Yeah.
They're so far in the woods you won't find them.
Yeah, but
You see all the woods there? You can go 20 miles that way. They could have went 20 miles that way
Yeah,
towards
I
like
know.
Muscatawbit, and the kids could be buried in it.
exactly. So,
But they should have cautioned the whole fucking trailer.
Hold on, I was muted. I'm sorry, guys. I was
Yeah.
talking. Listen to this coming up. Tina, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. I sit in the bushes a lot and listen, but I really appreciate you guys for covering these cases and absolutely love. Thank you so much, Tina Kent. That's very kind of you. And thank you so much for your support. I really, really do appreciate that. Very kind, honey. Thank you. Truly. Listen to what he's about to say right here.
Get what I'm saying? And plus, when I was the day they went missing, I seen one of Lily's shirts on the car here in the coat. I forgot all about it. I'm the only one that noticed that. Even if you said,
The day Lilly went missing, I saw her coat. What is it? The day Lilly went missing, I seen one of Lily's shirts from the car here and a coat. I forgot all about it. I'm the only one that noticed that. Remember how Daniel said he couldn't tell us what they were wearing? And he'll just leave it at that? Thank you so much, Hiker. Very kind of you, honey. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Very kind of you, love. You receive that. Make sure you thank our beautiful Tina. Really, really do appreciate that, my dear. Oh, thank you, Miss Joyous. Thank you, honey. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that, my love. Thank you very, very, very much. If y'all received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our Joyous and Tina a big, big thank you. You guys are very kind to me, and I appreciate that very, very much. Is Daniel getting any money right now? How is Daniel living right now? Daniel's working, or he's supposed to be working. But remember how Daniel, I showed you guys in our live stream yesterday, how Daniel said, I can't tell you what Jack and Lily are wearing. That's part of the investigation. And actually, in this live stream, I told you, I said, that is like true crime or missing persons 101. That is the first thing law enforcement is going to tell you is what the missing person is wearing, what they are last seen in, what they were last seen wearing. I think Wade's a nice guy. I do too. I really do. Intent is a very nice guy as well. Yeah. Yeah, of course they'll locate him. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen to this again.
But they should have cautioned the whole fucking trailer right off. No people on it. You get what I'm saying? And plus, when I was
That'd be too dark.
the day they went missing,
Listen.
I seen one of Lily shirts from the car here in a coat. I forgot all about it. I'm the only one that noticed that. Even
I'm sorry, what did you say?
you know them cars that are parked outside.
The Daniel Martel's car?
Yeah, there's a shirt.
Was a short? Is a
one of Lily shirts and a jacket.
Damn. Damn, damn, damn. You just hear what he said? You know them cars parked outside? Them cars parked outside? Meaning Daniel, Malaya, Janie, the junk car, all that. And Tint said, you mean Daniel Martel's car? And he said, yeah. Listen to this.
In a coat. I forgot all about it. I'm the only one that noticed that. Even
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You know them cars that are parked outside.
The Daniel Martel's car?
Yeah, there's a shirt.
Was a short? Is a
one of Lily shirts and a jacket. On the car, like on the wind right here.
It was a nice day after the folks missing.
They could have been gone that night at 11 that night. May 1st. You get what I'm saying? You might just put them on the camera to show that they're at the whatever, the mall, whatever. And then
at 11 at night, May 1st.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm not sure how he passed the polygraph test.
They just tell you that you passed.
Yeah.
But they
RCMP.
tell when you're lying.
Yeah.
Get hook all this shit up.
At 11 at night, May 1st.
They make some of them. They make you lie to see how it comes out. But there's some they know that you're lying, and they'll ask you the question a different way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell he's guilty all over.
Well, actually, RCMP never confirmed that he actually passed or not. So he's the only one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know how you've been. I don't know how you've not. I don't know how long you've been listening. Not again. But if you go back, I was just reading where Daniel only mentioned his car one time in an article. Right? He mentioned it one time in an article. And T-Walk, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think T-Walk is talking about me, Justin. I think it's a different Justin. So, I don't think T-Walk's talking about. Thank you so much, April. Appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much. Love you, Justin. Justice for Precious. Jack and Lily. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. Yes, Wade passed the polygraph. He absolutely did. Yes, Wade passed the polygraph.
They say you pass, but do you really pass? Maybe some questions you pass, and some you
Justin DM's brother. Yeah.
They just tell you that, keep you talking.
He is lying all the time.
But the police show didn't go on, no news. There's a couple of news people coming out. He said no interview. You can come in.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry, the police show ain't talking about it. No media.
I know he's a piece
Yeah,
of...
they're doing it for the money. Now they're painting the barn. You see the paint on the barn at their house?
Yeah, I saw
How come you didn't clean up the area? You get what I'm saying?
You got it from me.
Yeah. That's the first thing I said. Now what did Daniel do? That's the first thing I said. He probably killed them right off the top. Before even, as soon as we were leaving to go there, the day they were in there. That's what I was saying right off the top. So he probably did something.
Maybe.
But she knows.
Maybe it's an overdose. So.
Yeah, you never know.
Malia probably should feel like she was partially responsible too, so she can talk.
I'm surprised you ain't in jail for neglect.
Exactly. Everybody's saying
they should have took all three of them in jail anyway.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's gonna talk to them. You just leave them in there.
I've been to supermarket a couple times already, and that place, trust me, you don't want to go there. You feel white, you feel black, but for me, I'm okay. That's why I'm a native, even I'm not.
Yep.
Yeah. So my friend,
you kind of look like you could fit right in.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you know.
I know.
Yes. Kent did have a garage that caught on fire.
Find the people there, so I have no.
Yeah. If you happen to know the address in the supermarket.
So this is Cindy, but she doesn't talk, and the other guy is Wade, which is Malaya's stepfather. This is Malaya's mother, and Tint. He is a YouTuber, but they didn't know why Tint was there. He was actually there for Jack and Lily. They put a horse trailer in Facebook yard sale or something like that. He went there and acted like he was interested in the horse trailer. He didn't give a shit about the horse trailer, but he just started making small conversation with them about he was from Pictou County, and this Jack and Lily, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm their step grandpa kind of thing. And that's how it started. It was brilliant.
Let me know, bro.
Yeah.
Tint did a brilliant job on this. Brandy, thank you so much, my dear 13-month OG girl. Appreciate you very, very much. You are amazing. Thank you so much for 14 continuous months, Miss Brandy. Really do appreciate that very, very much, honey.
Let's try to find out the trip together. Yeah. Sesame Street?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I know there's a Sesame Street.
Is it closer to a school or the
it's way down the other end.
Closer to
I know, T-Walk. It's okay. I knew what you meant, honey. I knew what you meant. You're a regular here, baby. Clearly, I misunderstood because I thought you said Justin needed to tell what he knows, as if he wasn't being honest. I apologize. Book at 88. I was wrong. That's okay, honey. It's okay on my part. I knew sometimes text gets and there's so many Justins in this case, right? There's the neighbor Justin, the son Justin, I'm a Justin. So it gets confusing sometimes.
The police station?
Okay.
Or the
I don't really know that.
Thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you, baby. Appreciate that very much. Excellent, Justin. Thank you. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. I told because I'll think of the name in a second. I told, it's right here, guys. It's just Lyme's disease. It gets me sometimes. Daphne, I said, Daphne, we need to go up Nova Scotia this spring or this summer and just like, I wish I could just stay a month because I would track all over fucking Lansdowne Station. I'm going to tell you that. Her and I would track all over Lansdowne Station. We'd be there a month, and I think we could find, because we wouldn't be looking in the places they've looked at. I'll tell you that there needs to be other places looked at that they need to quit looking, in my opinion, where they've always been looking and look at other places. And I think Daphne and I could go up there and stay a month and
like a rec center.
The rec center?
Like a rec center.
What's that? Is that a church?
Like a gym.
Gym? Oh, could be a gym.
Nancy, the reason Malaya and Jack and Lily's dad broke up was because he wasn't clean at the time. That was one part of it. And they just kind of fell out of love and all that, from what I understand. They're close. Jack and Lily are close. They're close. Yeah.
Oh, it's a huge school. So
it's like a big thing there. Oh, and there before that, you go left. That place I was telling you right up from here to the road. So it's on the left, that road, whatever that road.
What's the number, bro?
My number?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they're not there. We were there. We were right in the...
You were in the supermarket?
They are.
I said they're gone.
For me, I don't know why
the kids are gone.
Darren. Why?
That's right. We need all the input, T-Walk.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't take them in. If you know where they were, you'd have the money.
Nobody in the bushes. Y'all all gonna come out of the bushes. We all need your input. Seriously.
She don't have a lawyer.
Bro, that's a knick-knack lawyer. Before that, she had $34,000. 34,000 in debt.
Okay, they're talking about the money here.
You know what I think?
Sometimes Wade is very hard to understand because he's the type of person that kind of mumbles. You can tell he's a good guy. You can tell Wade is a really good guy. And you can tell he's a good listener as well. Wade's a good listener, and he's got a good memory. But it's hard to understand him sometimes. Right here.
Before that, she had $34,000. 34,000 in debt. Supposedly you look at one day a week and every support.
You know what I think?
As soon as she got her check, she used to get her check. 2 days later, she's phoning her grandmother.
There we go. There we go. Listen to this. $34,000 in debt. As soon as she would get her check, 2 days later, she's calling her grandmother. Grandma, money, 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 money. Kloops, why don't the RCMP work with Brad and the other neighbor regarding the area? They think Daniel went that night in the loud car. That's where the kids are, in my opinion. I agree, Kloops. I agree. And I think that they're doing more than... Good to see you, honey, by the way. I think they're doing more. I do. In my opinion, I think it's just... how can I say this? I think that there is... When all of the information came out about like it really coming public, I think that is when the RCMP started on some new technologies, and I think they've been hopefully getting that back soon. It's the best way I can say it. Thank you so much, Miss Candy. Appreciate you very much, and good to see you. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. I believe Daniel pushed Malia to bother Patty for money. He knew Patty would never say no. Well, not only that, remember, Daniel went to visit Patty even after the kids went missing. And again, that is coming from Daniel's mouth. I think he went there for a multitude of reasons. I think he went there to find out information about Malaya. Try to, number one. And number two, I think for money.
Well, grandmother got money. And she's still sending her money. Now
She's
can
still
you
sending
spend, she's probably getting 2,000 something a month. And it's gone in 2 days, impossible. How can you spend 2,000? So
She's getting, close to $2,000 a month. It was $1,900 a month. And after 2 days, it was gone, begging, for more money. How are you spending this? Again, they had no car payment. They had no mortgage. They had no rent. They had literally no water bill, no sanitary bill. It was electric bill for a 800 square foot trailer. That's it. Good to see you, Lita. I'm glad you're out of the bushes, honey. The closet's too small and it's too dark to decorate. Get out of the bushes, girl.
Yeah, Pokemon is not going to cost that much. That's what I know.
Yeah.
Daniel might tell I only know if he has a hobby for fishing or Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's not going to cost that much.
Fishing. No, but see, the grandmother is taking all their money. Or the mother, Dan's mother. It's all like inside. You tell there's all, you get the weird feeling up there when everybody was around.
Yeah.
If you come up to Cindy's son's sister.
No. Candace. This is a good question. Good question, Candace says right here. Hey, Justin and Pearls, I wonder if Canadians receive an equivalent to our state help. I know they have free healthcare. This is the thing. In Canada, they have a much, much, much bigger social net for the I don't want to use the poor. You get way more money per month in Canada. However, in Canada, your taxes are astronomical. I mean, you're paying like nearly half of your income to taxes, like people who work. But there's a bigger social net. They're way bigger than America. Like in America, we hardly give like welfare, if you will, what we call welfare. It's not much at all. But you can make more money in America because you don't pay as much taxes, but the social net for the poor and the lower middle class, it's much better in Canada.
Haley Mackenzie.
She goes, you have them like fucking yeah. That's what
What was it?
Sounds so
Haley. Must have heard Haley.
Haley Mackenzie.
She goes, you have them like fucking yeah.
Haley's like, you get on my nerves. No free healthcare in the United States. No. Nope. Thanks for the reminder, April. Ours is called workfare. Interesting. Now, things are more expensive in the UK as well, right? Like, I'm trying to remember last time I was there, like when you go to Canada, like especially if you go just like across to like where Niagara Falls is, like if you're in a tourist area close to the border, they'll say like 10.95 American or 14.95 Canadian. But if you go, out deeper into Canada, obviously they'll just give you the Canadian amount, and things are more expensive in Canada, to live.
That's what the Danny come right up there. You get out of my fucking yard. Don't you accuse my fucking son of it. And I just walked.
What you were doing.
I ain't doing no fucking yard.
Even she was one of the
You can tell she didn't go.
Oh, she was one find the pink shrub on the tree. Eh?
Malaya got $1,900.
Was there really a shit?
That's one of the blankets.
Malaya got $1,900 with the work fair or whatever, and then I think she got some extra check because she was the children were registered with the First Nations, and she was getting child support. I don't know how much that was on, but then all of that changed whenever he lost his job. Cody lost his job, and it was the last year. Jack and Lily within the last year. Campers for rent and cabins in Pictou County. That's why she wanted her children to have autism. Really? That's interesting. Spare time. Would you get extra money if the children had autism in Canada? That's very interesting, Spare. Hey, Mick Mac. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. Hey there, cuties. With MVN being the status Indigenous person with government status card, she would be 1,000% tax exempt. Just saying. What do you mean tax? Oh, she wouldn't have to pay taxes at all? That's incredible. That's wow. That's a good point. And I know Mick. I know you know that for sure because you told me that about, the situation and stuff in the past. So very interesting. It sure would be good to know if Daniel and Malia was. Oh, they weren't paying shit. They weren't paying shit. They weren't paying shit. Nothing.
How to get to the trees?
Yeah.
Now, when they found that blanket, were they already searching that area? Was it already searched, or was it put there after?
Yeah.
But I heard it was on a trail, like a 4-wheel trail. But how would he get up in the trees?
Exactly.
If the kids would have dropped, it's gonna be on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But that blanket could have been there for fucking 5 years. You know, I'm going up here. There's a sweater in the tree up here on your way to Oxford. I was looking.
Well, she did. She, I think she's still living on the tribe, and I know Jack and Lily got their card, but again, they allegedly registered all 5 kids, and that's how Daniel allegedly got in trouble. Oh, Sarah, yeah. I mean, I don't know how. It was clearly going out. It was clearly being burnt up in the pipe.
Look at the shirt in the tree. See what I'm saying? I could have been there for 10 years. The same as his footprint. Where that footprint could have been in.
No sea legal.
Yeah, one footprint was on the driveway.
You could be walking.
They had it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right on that. Actually, sea legal.
that print could have been there 10 years.
So one of the full thing was confirmed. The only confirmed one was on the driveway of the house. Another one was near the pipeline. Yeah.
That ain't fuck all.
Yeah, that don't mean anything, right?
That don't mean shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
If they
The same story.
Disability tax.
I said the boys don't listen to him, so he probably flipped out.
I think your right's illegal on that.
I still say he's not even joking. I won't say that. I just know.
Thank you, Wolfie. Thank you, because I broke that news as well. Remember, Daniel loves gambling. He loves gambling. I showed the text message where Daniel gambles. He won a big amount of money one time. He won a very big amount of money one time. I've got the text message somewhere. And damn, it was I think it was over $4,000, wasn't it, Linda? But yeah, yeah, I talked about it once. He was it 4,000? I thought it was more than 4,000, but it might have only been 4,000. But he's on. He does those gambling websites or whatever. That's how he bought his last SUV. Yes, that's right. That's how he bought his last SUV. Yeah. Thank you guys for reminding me what I put out. I can't remember. There's so much stuff. They were claiming taxes for all 5 kids like he's taking care of them full time. I can call it like this is nobody checks unless another person tries to claim. And Magdalena, you're absolutely right. The mother of Daniel's children, of the 2, she had claimed them, and that's how he got in trouble. And the thing about the Escalade is that Escalade is trash. It don't even have a rear view mirror. I think and someone keyed it in the first couple days of him having it. And there was so much wrong, but Daniel just wanted him to be able to say he had an Escalade. I would rather have a Toyota Prius with 400,000 miles than have an Escalade just to say I have an Escalade, because I know that's going to get me somewhere. You know what I mean? But he doesn't think about this stuff. He just wants to say, oh, I have an Escalade. It's $4,000 Escalade that you bought at an auction or something. Yeah. He wasn't entitled. He was not entitled, but he did. He did. And because Daniel didn't file taxes by April 30th, Malaya's check would stop because she lived at that address. Right? They had a kid together and all of that as well. So Daniel was in trouble for not filing, 1, but 2, filing more kids fraudulently than what he was supposed to do, right?
They buried them way in the fucking woods that you ain't finding it.
Yes.
It must be really hot on the grandmother too.
Yeah.
Was Cindy cry?
Yeah. Cried all the time.
All the times.
Yeah. And the great grandmother, but she don't get on.
I don't know what you mean, Caroline. Malaya didn't claim.
And they lived there for a year.
I don't know what you mean by that, but Malaya did. She didn't claim with him. Don't believe that. I don't know what you mean by that. Good night, Summer. I don't know what you mean. Oh, XL, you talking about the video? I wasn't even listening because I was reading.
I know they did something. And they buried him way in the fucking woods that you ain't find.
Oh, this is where he thought.
It must be really hot on the grandmother too.
Yeah.
Was Cindy cry?
Yeah. She cried all the time.
All the times.
Yeah. And the great grandmother, but she don't get on. That's the other, not Cindy's mother. She was never interviewed or nothing. And they lived there
Listen to
for
this.
a year. And they should have stayed there. They said get a job in the store.
I know.
Then she was gonna give her the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice house. And now she's selling the house.
They were going to give Malaya a job, or they was going to give Malaya, her grandma was going to give her a house if Malaya would just get a job. Math and gambling go hand in hand. Daniel is as big of a piece of a shit as they come. It's just really that simple. It really is just that simple. Daniel probably talked Malaya into claiming the kids. Daniel was, yeah, it was bad. It's bad. Yeah, for a house, yeah, not having to pay rent, yeah.
And she's moving to an apartment. It's a hopeless family. Her son was paying rent.
Let me tell you something. Daniel's other ex, the mother of the kids, I feel so bad for that woman to have to put up with what she's put up with. Sounds like Marge Simpson. The last time I had a pap smear, the doctor needed rubber gloves and an oyster shucker. Didn't they, Janie? You know, Janie. You know. You little clam shucker, you. This is an actual picture of Janie coming outside yelling at Daniel. Daniel, get the fuck inside your house. You old son of a bitch. God, I can't stand you, Daniel. Lord, if I knew your father was on top of me that night, I would have pushed him off. Lord. Get off me, Earl. You sorry son of a bitch. Do you think Daniel would let her work? No, not a chance. Not a chance. But Malaya didn't want to work either. And that's just the truth, April. Yes, I agree that I don't think Daniel would let her work. But Malaya also is so lazy. She's had one job in her life. One job. That's it. And put out the cigarettes and get me my Red Bull. Give me my Red Bull, you son of a bitch, you. Okay. You're so judgmental. It's at the pharmacy. You looked at me like this while I was checking out with Lube and Reese cups. You're terrible, Janie. You're terrible. You really are.
RCMP.
Not working.
RCMP, open up.
This nicotine patch for an hour, and I'd this nicotine patch for an hour, and I'd still sell you in for a smoke. Come on back to my place. I want you to look at a urine sample. I think it looks cloudy. It's been so long since someone touched me.
Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Choking here. DM emotional development is stunned. Well, yeah, I mean, you smoke meth every day for 20 years. It's the IQ is not really going up too much. Why work a minimum wage job just to pay for child care? You can just stay at home in a common mindset. Yeah, That's true. Hey, lean on me. And that's the thing. Like, people who work minimum wage jobs, after they pay for childcare and stuff, it's not even worth it. And they need to make better incentives for people to work, like, especially like labor jobs and stuff. If they found together as a household, she would be aware that he claimed her kids. And oh, yeah, they're in trouble. They're in trouble for it. All right, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to dig into part 3 tomorrow. Batten down the hatches. Batten down the hatches. They never claimed together spare times. No one's saying that they claimed together. But when you're claiming the same kids on multiple tax forms, that's where it gets tricky. And we know that. We know that happened. Janie must feel like a winner chicken dinner. Yeah. You the best. Thank you, guys. All right. Appreciate you all so very much. Thank you, McMack. Good to see you. We're going to finish part 3 tomorrow. There's a lot more. And I'm sure we'll find even more in that. Very interesting live. I have learned a lot. It's been an interesting one. Yeah. I don't find it a coincidence that the kids go missing 24 to 48 hours after the check gets cut off, the last day of the check. Thank you all so much for joining me. God bless each and every one of you. Justice for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Good night.